Paul. How are you?
Hey there, Kate. I'm calling in from sunny Ireland. I'm actually in Rostrevor, which is a small town, seaside village, nearby, about 3 miles away from where Darren was brought up. So it's kind of coincidental, but I'm sitting here enjoying the Irish weather and talking what's happening with you.
Amazing. Enjoy. Okay, well, it is Tuesday, July 26th, and we aren't doing individual takes this week. We are looking at a broader view of a trend that we've noticed, and that's tech firms eating into other markets.
That's right, Kate. So last week, you know this, we reported on Google losing some attention from some of the younger users that are finding geo services and locating businesses in Instagram and in TikTok, as opposed to using Google Maps, Google Search, and etc.
Paul, so the youth is turning to apps like Instagram and TikTok for discovery purposes. So finding a cool new restaurant or shops instead of Google Search or Maps.
But now, over the past 7 days, we noticed, endless stories about, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, offering more services or providing more features that seem to be separate and different than what they've been offering before. For example, things you may not know this, but TikTok is actually the fastest growing news service for UK adults. More people are finding their news on TikTok than anywhere else. We have YouTube partnering with Shopify for shopping features. We have Facebook putting more focus on creators and videos, less on news.
Wait a minute.
They're shifting their focus, widening their net, and providing some of these services that other social media and other apps are providing. And it seems to be, it's definitely a trend. I think, stock prices have really been shook over the last few months, and 2022 has really seen this shift in tech focus. And I think it points to something that's not ending this year and it's going to continue. And that's all these apps and platforms trying to really capitalize on their users as much as possible. And that means less about MVP, less about one value prop, and spreading out to do as many things as possible to increase usage, retention, and of course, monetization.
Interesting. And we've seen Apple do this with Google, and it's interesting to see these tech firms doing it.
Yeah,
now with
it happens.
Other.
I think, we saw things like stories that Snapchat had first on their platform, ripple throughout all the social apps. And it's a little bit disheartening if you love innovation and you want to see new things. And what you're seeing is all these big players repeating and copying each other. It's fine. But, nothing lasts forever. And, there will be new popping up startups and new options and new ways of doing things. And I don't think it's always going to come from these big tech companies. It'll come other places and probably potentially in the form of an acquisition to one of these big tech players. But we'll watch this space, and I'm sure it's going to continue.
Okay, very cool.
So Kate, let me ask you, what is the stat of the week?
Yes, so the stat of the week is 72%. And we're talking about how fans are changing the game. So 72% of people watch football, aka soccer, on social media. So that's more than on pay-per-view services, which is 62%, or any type of streaming content, which is 68%. And fans are developing digital communities to drive connection with each other. So it's more remote, but more engaged behavior. So co-watching in favor of larger audiences physically being together, which I, for one, in the summer heat, I'm kind of interested in. I could get behind.
Well, I've certainly noticed on Instagram and TikTok how, the algorithms get smarter. Whatever you enjoy, whatever you watch, you'll see more of. And I personally am watching a lot more footy on Instagram than I ever did before. So I well believe it. This is definitely happening. What about the world of Web3? What's happening?
Yes. So Coob, which is spelled C-O-U-B, pronounced Coob. So this company actually launched in 2012, and they're a micro video platform that has similar content to TikTok, but they are actually moving into the Web3 space. So part of this transition is going to include focusing on a watch to earn model, which basically means that users will earn crypto rewards for viewing the content. So very interesting. They've had 10 years to really perfect their business model in these micro videos. So now they're hoping that they're bringing their hundreds of millions of users into the crypto world.
Wow, fascinating. I think the play to earn is certainly one of the most exciting, crypto-enabled features that's coming in the next couple of years. And I love seeing these, smaller players, but also like this is not a small company. Like you say, they have 100 million users, and
Right.
I think seeing more social apps and platforms appear on the blockchain and make use of Web3, I think this is fantastic, and I'm all about it. So thank you for filling me in on this, Kate. I'm really excited by this.
Totally, me too. Paul, we've got some really exciting news at 3 Advanced this week. What's going on?
We do. So major launch last week. We relaunched the League Apps Android app. So V3.0 went live in the Google Play Store. League Apps is a DC startup. We actually met Steve Parker and the League Apps team many years ago when we started DC Sports Tech. We've watched the company grow. They're one of DC Tech's finest homegrown startups. They're fantastic. They have thousands of sports organizations across the country and across the world. They provide league organization, game scheduling, all of these things that allow leagues and sports leagues to operate. They're a fantastic company. They hired us last summer to improve their V2 Android app, and now we're celebrating with them launching 3.0 with an amazing new user experience, design upgrade, and just a ton of new features that the community didn't have up until now. So, we're super excited by this, and, we're cheering on League Apps as a DC startup, but also
Absolutely.
our own team are doing fantastic. Mark, Sandeep, Ram, it's been a great push forward, and exciting to see it happen, and really proud to be part of it. So go League Apps.
Definitely. Awesome. Very cool. All right, Paul. Well, thank you so much. Enjoy your week in Ireland.
I
We'll
will.
catch you guys
Thanks,
next
Kate.
week.
I'll see you next
thank
Monday.
you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.